Money fear is a spell, one you've been living under maybe your whole life. And once you see it for what it is, you can break it. Not just in your bank account, but in your body, in your nervous system, and in your legacy. This episode will show you how to stop shrinking around money and how to reclaim power, intuition, and your ability to expand, even right now when the world says contract. I know this because I have cleared my own money patterns and blockages and the inherited beliefs that we are all given from our family, from our community, from society on what's possible for us. So if you're ready to stop surviving and start leading and being in charge of money, then let's do this together. So let's drop in. Let's take a couple of deep breaths because a lot of us aren't used to talking about money in the way that I'm going to talk about it. So let's just relax our bodies a little bit. Take a deep breath in your nose and let it fill up your belly. And slow exhale. And picture that every time that you take a breath that deep into your belly, you're opening possibilities if you choose to. Constriction means short breath. Expansion means big, wide open breath. And this comes to when we're talking about money and how you're processing money all day. We're not going to talk about numbers and strategies and Bitcoins and how to save. There's lots of experts out there that can teach you how to do that. We're going to talk about the energetic reality of money, the frequency that it holds, and the spells that are absorbed around it, mostly without you even knowing. And why, if we're not actively breaking these spells that we're under, then you're going to be living in a contracted state of fear around money. I'm going to tell you how to break this spell. And I'm also going to, right up front, address the fact that I know a lot of uncertainty exists in the world, especially for those of you that are here with me on this journey. We are witnessing others losing their jobs, changes, and of course, AI coming in. There's a lot of uncertainty around where you're going to go with your own career and how you make money. Because actually, money is what we are using as a currency exchange, an energetic exchange on our planet right now. And I know that a lot of the fears or uncertainty that you have is real, but there is a way to hold uncertainty and still do strong and powerful energetics around money. It's not one or the other. But here's the truth. There is a tidal wave of fear in the collective right now. Everywhere you turn, someone is whispering about instability, recession, preparing for the worst. So even if you don't have any actual current instability around money, everything around you is telling you that you should. A lot of people are carrying, this insecurity to such a point that it's creating fear. And this fear can be felt across the whole planet. We're seeing this in the way people are spending. We're seeing this in the way, the trends, of course, in the stock market and the trade issues. Like all of this is creating fear, and it's casting a spell that you might not even notice that you're under. It's a spell that says money is scarce. It says that safety lives outside of us, and without this, that we are powerless. That's the old collective money spell. It's heavy, and you don't have to carry it. When you're living inside that spell, your nervous system feels locked in defense mode. And then we tend to hold money so tight that it no longer flows. And when we hold money so tight that it doesn't flow, then we're not creating more of it, because money is meant to move. When we spend it in our community, when we spend it, supporting different services that we buy, we are supporting families. And yes, we're supporting businesses, but we're also supporting people. Money is meant to flow. You might think right now that you're being practical, but it's more likely that you are living in a contracted state. And when we're in a contracted state, then magic, intuition, and joy feels like it's heavy. It's not expansive. And when you cast spells from that place, which a lot of people are asking me for money magic right now, money spells, security, even if their income has not changed, people are feeling like, oh, I need to do some big money magic right now because they're carrying this idea that they're going to lose it. And we know things are changing. But when you cast spells from a place of fear, you're actually creating more of that. You're looking for something to rescue the uncertainty. You're looking for something to rescue you from feeling unsafe. And the truth is, safety can only be provided by you. I know you might think that money provides safety, but it doesn't. It provides ease of comfort. It's an energy exchange. And I realize that I'm saying this from a place of privilege in the sense that, I have a home. I have the ability to create more income because I own my own business. I understand that the world, the country that I was born in also provides me with a certain amount of privilege. But I also know that we are meant to thrive no matter where you come from, what your background is, that fear of being able to create and increase your income flow, even when we are at a time where the collective energy says we should be afraid, I know that doing that is going to go against everything that you've been taught. Most of us come from parents or grandparents that have lived through a depression. So the inherited beliefs that we have around the fear of money is real. But I'm here to remind you, you don't have to bypass what's real and what's existing in the world and how that might impact you, but you don't have to hold it so tightly that it constricts you. I'm not saying just think positive and pretend everything is fine. I'm saying return to your power. Return to the energy source of you and why you're here and that you chose to live in this time and place. And living in this time and place means doing the energetic work often, because money is a frequency. It's true. Money is a frequency. What a lot of us desire, though, is to know that how is that frequency going to appear in my life? How does that frequency actually bring the dollars into my pocket or into my bank account? And this is why it's still called the mysteries. We know that when we have faith and we hold the frequency, it works out, even if we don't know how. And that desire to know the how is part of the money fear being a spell. You have the capacity to create and build additional resources beyond what you know is possible right now. I know this to be true for you. I also know that we can't wait until the world feels better to start building safety around our own relationship with money. Now, I've created a very deep and in-depth, I want to call it an activation. It's a part activation, but it's part mindset, because I talk you through what to expect, like what's happening in your body and what you need to release to actually be in the frequency of money. And I also give mantras and power statements and work for you to do to take yourself out of this money fear spell that you are probably under right now and move into a different, more solid place. Think of it like the last time that you got a new job or some, random money came in, or you inherited something, or just when money felt really good, you felt safe because your bank account had enough to get you by, and your whole system relaxed, and you just felt that, I can let the money worry go for a little bit. You know that feeling? Or maybe that feeling when you get a bonus, or even when your paycheck comes in, or you get a new client. That feeling is what we want to hold all the time, even if that isn't reflected in our bank account. And I know that this takes work. I understand. Me too. This is the same for me. When I get a big tax bill or a big increase bill in house insurance, and I look at my bank account, I have to do the energetic work to move myself into a place of, I know that I'm always going to be okay. I know that I have capacity to earn. I know I have the capacity to work hard. I also know I have the capacity to not work hard and still create wealth. So I'm saying this because I know this to be true. Now, this activation slash teaching I have for you, I'm going to put the link in the description. I couldn't possibly do it here on a YouTube video or a podcast because it is in depth, and I want you to have access to it to come back to time and time again, because this does not speak to your logic. It speaks to your frequency. It's coded to remind you of the wealth that already lives inside of you. Because money fear is often when we only focus on abundance being about cold, hard cash. And I have lots of videos here on this channel. I have a whole bunch of money magic teachings for you, totally free. You can find it on your podcast, your favorite podcast listening platform, or here on YouTube. And those are deep, and you should go into those. And the reason why I'm telling you this now is because right now, the money fear spell that is in the collective is impacting your life. I can tell you that much. And I want to unwind that for you. So this activation that I created for you is linked in the show notes, and you should check it out, and you get to keep it. And you get to use it over and over again. And once you are hearing my words and this starts to sink into your body, you're going to realize, wow, this money fear spell is everywhere. You can even see it when, with families and communities on how they're looking for discounts now, how they're buying groceries. And, they might have had a change in income, but they might not. But the fear around what's happening in the world is creating a collective heaviness around money. And when you do this work to change that frequency, no matter what, then I promise you, it'll be all right. You are so smart. You are so capable. You know so much about yourself and your value and what's possible. And yes, things are changing, but relying upon money as the thing that's going to bring you safety when the world is changing is putting all of your power outside of you. Instead, I want you to bring it inside and remember that you create the safety. You step out of the money fear spell and step into the frequency of flow, and it'll be all right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, and check out the link in the show notes.